This is the copper ETF. Look at this one. This was a strong stock. And as soon as it started pulling back, it came into the 50-day, and that's your entry point. You don't chase it. You wait for a pullback. You pull back into the 50-day, and that's your entry point.
Welcome to Ben Talks Money. Here we discuss stocks, investments, ETFs, and personal finance.
Hello there, welcome back to Ben Talks Money. My name is Ben. I have an MBA in Finance and Management. I've been trading for 8 years, and I'm a full-time options trader. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the 50-day simple moving average and how you can use it to swing trade. So what we'll do is that we will discuss what the 50-day moving average is, how you can use it to swing trade without any difficulties at all. So before we get started, if you are new here, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, and humbly please help me get to 4,000 subscribers. I'm close to it, and your subscription will go a long way in helping me do that. So let's get started. A 50-day moving average is the average of the closing price of a particular stock in the last 50 days. So let's say you take Nvidia, for example. So the 50-day moving average for Nvidia will be the closing price for Nvidia in the last 50 days. The reason why it's called the moving average is that every day, the oldest day gets dropped and the newest day get added to it. So it's moving. It's a continuous thing. When you see the moving average on the daily chart, the line changes because it reacts to the closing price of the particular stock. Why is it that the moving average is highly respected? Why is it that traders like to use the 50-day moving average? The reason is that, first, it sits between the 10-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. The 10-day is usually regarded as something that is very short-term. It doesn't give you clarity on the trend. And the 200-day usually is longer. It usually applies to stocks that are on a downtrend. They've been going down for a long time. So the 50-day is like a perfect middle between the 10-day and the 200-day. It gives you a clear understanding of the trend. And usually when the 50-day is broken, it shows a trend reversal. That is why traders like the 50-day. It also acts as a psychological support and resistance level because almost every single trader, every investor, every portfolio manager is watching the 50-day moving average. So it usually acts as a psychological support and resistance for every single stock. So the next thing that we take a look at is how to use the 50-day moving average to swing trade. First is to identify the trend, look for the price above the 50-day moving average, and then you buy it near the 50-day moving average. So when the stock is going up and it pulls back, wait to see it touch the 50-day moving average. And when it touches the 50-day moving average, it closes on the daily chart. We are talking about the daily chart. Everything I've been talking about applies to the daily chart. And when it closes above the 50-day moving average, you buy it around that area. The reason why a lot of traders like that is because when it comes in like that, it's a test of the momentum. It was a test of the upward trend. So when it comes in and it holds, it tells traders that, okay, that was just a healthy profit taking. And now we are ready to take off again. So you buy it around the area, and then when it breaks below it, that will be your exit point. So it gives you a really great risk and reward ratio when you buy around the 50-day moving average. And usually you just don't trade with just one indicator. You have to confirm it with the RSI, make sure the volume profile fits. Then it confirms that the 50-day moving average is actually going to hold for you. So without much ado, let's take a look at some real examples of where the 50-day moving average acted as a strong support. And I'll show you where just last Friday I entered a swing trade using the 50-day moving average. So let's take a look at the daily chart for some of the stocks that I've been trading using the 50-day moving average. So the first one that we take a look at is the QQQ, the Nasdaq ETF, QQQ. So on Friday, I entered into a trade right here. This is what I was talking about on the slide. This ETF has been going up because the whole market is going up. The Nasdaq, the tech stocks, they'll be all going up. So it has been going up, but it has been pulling back since it touched the all-time high. On Friday, the 50-day SMA was around $600. So I was watching it the entire day, and as soon as it touched the 50-day and I saw the volume coming in on the 15 minutes chart, I entered the position right here. And look at what happened. We moved straight, and right now we are almost 21 points into that position that we are still holding. We are 21 points into it. That is how you trade the 50-day. If you are swing trading, this is just simple. You watch the stocks that are getting close to the 50-day, and as soon as they touch it with volume, you see buyers coming in, then you also get in with a position, and you use the 50-day as your exit point. The next one that we take a look at is Palantir. Again, you see how Palantir has been respecting the 50-day SMA? Look at it. Right here, it got into the 50-day, it held, got into the 50-day, it held, and it pushed up. And right here on Friday, it broke below it. But as soon as it broke below it, look at the buying. A lot of buyers came in and they pushed it all the way up. They pushed it all the way up above the 50-day. And since then, look at it. It respects it. A lot of the stock respects it. So it tells you that when it breaks below the 50-day, it's your time to get out. This is what I'm talking about. It's so easy and your risk is very limited because you are buying close to a big support level. Once it closes below the support, you are out. The downside is small for you. The upside is incredible. So if you bought Palantir on Friday, I think the 50-day was around 175. If you bought it at 175, look at where you went to, 193. Almost 20 points in just a couple of days. But Friday, 175. By Monday, you were up here, 20 points. It's incredible. And let's take a look at NVIDIA. The same thing. You see, the same thing with NVIDIA. This stock made an all-time high around $212. Double top. It couldn't break the top of it, like a false breakout. It came down about 5 days straight. But on Friday, look at it. Same thing. Even you can see previous days here. It held the 50-day. It held the 50-day. And on Friday, as soon as it came into this line here, look at the buyers and look at the volume here. So I'm talking about the volume, and then boom, that was around 180, and buyers came in, pushed the stock all the way up here to 199. The 50-day is something that every single investor, every trader, every fund manager watches on strong names like this. I only trade this strategy on strong, solid names. A lot of these junk stocks, the penny stocks, they don't respect this kind of indicators because it's just usually pump and dump. And let's take a look at Tesla. The same here with Tesla. Tesla has been trading in this range for almost a month now. But look, on Friday, it touched the 50-day and then the buyers came in, pushed it up. On Wednesday, it came into the 50-day and held it again. So you could just be sitting down and waiting for the stock to touch the 50-day. You buy it, it move up, you get 10, 20 points, you are out. It come back again, you buy it. That is the easiest strategy that you can use in swing trading. As soon as it breaks below the 50-day, you are out. Let's look at Broadcom. This stock has been going down and down and down and down in this zone. But as soon as it touched the 50-day, look, the buyers came in, they push it up. It came to touch it, close again, up. So it tells you that when it closes below, when you have a candle closing below the 50-day, there is possibly a trend reversal. That's your indicator to get out because this thing has been holding the 50-day almost every time. Look at here too. If the candle closes below it, that's you out. And I'll show you an example where the stock actually broke below the 50-day. But before that, let's take a look at another one. Let's take a look at SoFi. This is how I've been playing SoFi in all these stocks. It's just a simple strategy. Again, comes to the 50-day, we bought it, we move it up. We saw some here when it tried to break above $30, it couldn't. It came back into the 50-day, we bought it again, we move it. When it comes here, we added to the position, we move it here to almost $32. It came back here, and on Friday, we got in again. We actually got in on Friday around $25. Look at the volume. Anytime it touched the 50-day, look at the volume. Look at the green volume that comes with it, right? So these good companies, they all respect the 50-day. They respect the 50-day. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's always going to work, but if it closes below it, it tells you there's a possible trend reversal. And let's look at Alibaba, another strong name. Alibaba came in here, it touched the 50-day. You can see right here, it touched it, it held. But what does this candle tell you? This candle is an inverted hammer candle, which tells you that the stock is still bearish. The sellers are still trying to push it down. It held, and then it came here again, and it held again. It tells you that the 50-day is incredibly significant. And then it came here, it held again, and here, as soon as this candle right here, that's your sign to get out because it's been respecting it for a long time. Every single time that it touches it, it closes above it. So when it closes below it, it tells you no, the selling is a little bit stronger this time. So that's your sign to get out and wait a little bit to see where this stock is going to fall before you get in. Let's look at another one, Microsoft here. You see here, it was hugging it. It hugged the 50-day. It hugged the 50-day. And look, it tried to close above it here on this day. It tried, it couldn't. The next day, it closed it below it, and that's your signal to get out. And after that, look, we are right here. It came into the support, and now it's trying to push back up. If you couldn't get in here, your next level is to wait for a candle, a daily candle to close above the 50-day before you get in. That's how you trade this simple strategy. A lot of the good names, they respect this strategy all the time. If you look at copper, look at this. This is the copper ETF. Look at this one. This was a strong stock. And as soon as it started pulling back, it came into the 50-day, and that's your entry point. You don't chase it. You wait for a pullback. You pull back into the 50-day, and that's your entry point. And you get in. Look at it right here. You got in around $56, and right now you are in about 63. So this is a simple swing trade strategy that you can use to generate regular income, even if you don't have time to day trade. You just have to keep a watch list of stocks. Like you can see here, I have my watch list here. And at the end of the day, if you have time, probably before the market closes the last hour, because I trade options, I usually come in and look at my positions or start a new position in the last hour of trading. So you have your watch list here. In the last hour of trading, you come and you look at where all the stocks are trading, how the chart is looking, who is coming close to the strategy that you are looking at. And if you see something like this, it's your sign to just get in. Get in for the next ride. If the next day it closes below it, you are out. The risk and the reward is incredibly good in your favor. Okay, so that's it for the video. If this was helpful to you, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, let's keep making money.